Good morning. My name's Teresa, and I'm here live with my husband, Omar Norwood. And we're going to talk about world imperialism today. I'm going to let him kind of start off.
Hello. In case you've been keeping up with current events on the different social media platforms, there seems to be an increase in videos that are like mostly in support of places like Russia, China, North Korea, Iran. These videos are showing the military might, if you will, of these nations. They've been doing a lot of parades and showing off their gear, and they seem to be, well, at least there's other people out here seem to be promoting the fact that these nations are now coming together, and at some point they want to challenge NATO and basically the United States in provoking us into a war. Well, as a former military member, me and my wife, we know what this country's capable of. Okay, and I don't think the world seemed to realize the capabilities contained within this nation, just this nation alone, the United States of America. Um, you may have whatever thoughts you may have against the government and how they've been treating people over the last decades, but you also need to be aware there is an element within our United States here of people who, we don't subscribe to imperialism. Okay, we don't want to take over countries. We don't want to, engage in any of that stuff. Now, our government in the past may have also done that, and may have been mistreating its people too. But those things of the past, they need to really remain in the past. Moving forward, like I said, and I'm going to talk about our, the capabilities of the United States. I know some people in the world deem us as evil. Okay, if that's your, if that's your position, that we're evil, why would you want to provoke? Why would you want to provoke us in the war? Yes, we do have a technological advantage over most countries. We do. It would behoove you not to, test that theory. See, because here in America, you also have innocent people here in America too, as well as your own countries, okay? And they're decent, hardworking people. They're not evil. I mean, my wife and I, we're not evil. No. Um, but we don't want to be treated badly by foreigners. Okay, just because you may have a gripe against the United States, not all people here in the United States are like that. Okay, so when you're talking about you're going to do this and do that against the United States, you're also going up against these people here in America, who didn't subscribe to evil. Okay, so but you're putting them in a position where now they're gonna have to fight you. This is our home. We live here. Okay, so whatever you're talking about plotting against America, or you got to take into account there are also innocent people here in America. Okay, who don't deserve to be mistreated. They don't deserve to have evil things against them. Okay, you're going to be literally going up against them as well. And then where are you going to be? We are the most technically advanced society on this earth. Okay, we have the most lethal means on this earth. And it will be those innocent Americans that are going to have to now deploy this stuff against you if you move against us. Okay? If you're a spiritual person and you believe that, we've done so much stuff that's gonna, you want God to come against us, then that's the thing that's God's gonna have to intervene in that, okay? don't don't try to come up against us like that, okay? Because again, there are innocent people here in America who don't deserve to be treated that way, you know. So just keep in mind, they're going to be called to arms if you decide to, move against America. You're going to be moving against every racial group here in America. We're not all one collective mindset like that, okay? Just keep that in mind.
And which specific countries are we talking about? We're talking about Iran, North Korea,
Russia, North Korea,
China.
China. There's just a whole lot of talk of, them coming together and moving against us.
Right, and they have and there's a pact that we were talking about.
Yeah.
Talk about a little bit about
It's
that.
their economic BRICS pact. That includes Brazil as well. And it's fine if they come together, for economic reasons. But then you got people like Russia who wants to invade other countries.
Yeah.
Okay, you causing a global, economic crisis with that invasion.
Right, and it's a similar situation with China wanting to take Taiwan back.
Yeah, I mean.
And then Russia's doing the same thing essentially. They wanted Ukraine used to be a part of, the Soviet.
Yeah, the Soviet.
They want to take that back. Yeah.
I mean, all that 20th century stuff. You should have left it in the 20th century. We're in the 21st century.
Yeah.
You don't just invade somebody's country.
So what's it that you were looking at? You were looking at a story just a little bit ago. Talk a little bit about what.
Yeah, there was a staff sergeant from the Army who's he's basically warning everybody that don't think America's in decline like that, and that our military is some kind of joke. We're lethal. We're really lethal. And if you deem us as evil, then what do you think? What do you think's gonna happen if you move up against us? You really believe your God is gonna come to your aid? I mean, come on, let's just keep it real. A lot of you have this, belief that, oh yeah, the angels or my Lord, they're gonna come to our aid. You can feel a certain way, but the reality is, America is still the most lethal nation out here. And again, there are people within the United States, they won't allow our government to go so far as to perform evil acts against other countries. I mean, they will say something, There will be some input, whether it's at the ballot box or whatever, So, if you think we're so evil, why test it? Your God is not coming to your aid. I mean, let's just keep it real. The only way this country goes down the tubes, it will have to implode from within. No outside force is going to invade us. No outside force is going to be an aggressor toward us. I mean, you can take that posture if you want, but I'm telling you, it's going to have dire consequences.
Don't believe everything you hear in the news. Sometimes they kind of make us seem, sound weak, or that we aren't prepared, or we don't have the proper, tools in our back pocket, militarily, to take on all of these advanced weapon systems that they're creating in these other, big major superpower countries like China and Russia. It's not always, you can't rely on the news for that. But we're gonna come back around and we'll hop on a live a little bit, just shortly, not too long from now. We just want to kind of jump on and give you an idea as to what we're going to be talking about just a little bit later.
And just to let you all know, not all Americans are evil. Okay? Some of us are very righteous people, all right? We're only going to let our government go so far before we ourselves stop them. Don't deem us all as evil. And you're being warned. Don't move against us like that. We're telling you. I'm telling you, it's not going to go well for you. Do not move against us. Don't buy everything you seeing on these social platforms. It's all propaganda. Because the reality is, this country's capable of, you know, giving you dire consequences. Just don't believe the hype, okay?
Well, thanks for joining us. If you did tune in, or if you are joining us on the replay, just put a hashtag replay in the comments, and you'll see us on here again. Talk to you soon. Peace out.